Hello, my friends. Hello. And like I promised, I got some Tom Hanks for you today. I sure do. But before I get into that, hey, if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and help me get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as I can. That's my goal for the year, is to hit 1,000 subscribers. I am putting up a video every single day, so if you like what you're about to see, definitely hit that ring or hit that bell and ring that bell, and you'll get notified every single time I put up a new video. So definitely check that out, and of course thumbs up are always welcome. So today, before I get into this video, absolutely, yeah, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's awesome. But before I tell you about it and what's going on here, I have to tell you, Mr. Rogers, like most of us, Mr. Rogers was a huge part of our childhood. I mean, he went on for years and years. I don't remember exactly how many, if it was 40 years or 30 years or something like that, but Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood went on for a long time, and then there were reruns. When I first heard this movie was coming out, this was a while ago. This movie's been out for a while. But when I first heard this movie was coming out, I didn't want to watch it. And that's why I haven't watched it. And I didn't go out and buy it when it came out. Because I have this thing for Mr. Rogers. I looked forward to watching that show every day when I was a kid. Every single day. And I was afraid that Tom Hanks would have done a horrible job. It would have been hard to watch. And I have to tell you that this is really cool. This is about Fred Rogers. However, it's not. It's actually about this guy. I think his name's Noah. If I remember right, I think his name is Noah. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, and I just watched this. Oh, is it Matthew? No, not Matthew. Matthew Rhymes is the guy, the character. Anyways, back on topic here. It's actually about this guy that Mr. Rogers. So this guy is he's a journalist, and does these really horrible stories. Basically, he just goes in and rips people apart for these stories, and he wants to he wants to do a piece, but this is a puff piece that he's been put on to do a story on Fred Rogers. And he goes into it as if it's a puff piece. It just, this blah, 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 whatever. And then he starts to really get into who Fred is and really starts to figure him out. Fred was a very unique person, and I think this film really pulled that out. It showed that we got to see a very calm, collected, very observant person. That's what we got to see growing up watching him. He was just very happy, insightful, happy to see you, wanted to meet everybody that he came in contact with and everything. And which is what he was, is who he was. But Fred also was a person that had a lot of frustration and anger. He had this backstory that he was able to control and manage with techniques that he used. And they don't go into a lot of depth on that. His wife on here there's an extra in here where his wife is talking about Fred, and she was asked about, was he always like that? Is he always that person? And she's like, Fred is who you saw. Fred was the person that you saw. Yeah, he got angry. He'd blow up. He'd get angry. He was a real person. And they don't go into a whole lot of depth on his boys. He's got 2 boys. They don't go a whole lot of depth on his family and that kind of stuff. They kind of keep that a little more under the radar. They did talk with, they brought his wife in, and how she's behind the set and stuff and supporting him and that kind of thing and that kind of stuff. But really the story wasn't really wrapped around Fred. Fred was in it. You got to see who he was. You got to see behind the scenes of the making of the show. You got to see like insights, and you got to see the music, and there's a lot you got to see. There is another documentary about Fred Rogers a documentary that's about Fred Rogers. This wasn't really a documentary. This was more of a story about the guy he met. And Fred liked people, or loved people that didn't get it, that didn't have in their hearts the love, the childness, the compassion, that didn't have that spirit. He loved those people because he wanted to figure out why they were the way they were. And this guy was like that. He was very broken, very, very broken. And he got, so this kid, at his sister, I think it's his sister's wedding, got into a fist fight with his dad, because his dad was just a horrible, horrible person and said some nasty things about this guy's mom. And he was an alcoholic, and there's just this like depth that was in it. It was absolutely awesome. And Fred kind of listened, and he did what he did with this guy, did these interviews and did these meetings so that this guy could do a piece on him. And turned out, instead of being a puff piece, it turned out to be this really amazing interview, and became the front cover and the main story in this magazine that he was doing. Instead of a puff piece, it became this amazing story about Fred. And yeah, I wouldn't say it was a documentary. I wouldn't say that at all. I would say it's just a fantastic story where Fred is a character in the story. He's not even the main character. He's in there as who he is. And it was amazing. So I highly recommend it. Fred Rogers was a pastor, basically. I mean, the Lord ran right through him like nobody's business. And he helped this guy and brought this guy closer to the Lord, and taught this guy basically a roundabout way forgiveness and how to forgive his father and move on. And it was awesome. I'm very proud to put this in my collection, and on my top 100 movies, this has definitely got a place in there somewhere. So very good film. And yeah, if you get a chance to see it, like I said, I highly recommend. So, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. So anyways, that's pretty much it for me tonight. Just wanted to come with you with this one. Absolutely fantastic. I'm not sure what I'm doing tomorrow. If I'm reviewing a video or doing a hoarding video, I don't have any plans to go out and go shopping for a while. So it might be some more reviews. I do want to get back into Leprechaun and watch part 3 of Leprechaun. That's been kind of on my stack of movies to watch. And I just kind of been putting it off because other stuff that seems more intriguing to me or my wife have come up. So, but anywho, that is what it is. Like I said before, if you like this sort of thing, definitely hit that subscribe button, ring the bell. Let me know down below what you think and what you thought. Let's have a little bit of a conversation. I'm totally down with that. I answer every single comment in my comments. I read every single one of them and I answer them. I don't necessarily answer every single one, but I do read them and give you a little heart to let you know that I read it. So, okay, I'm off. You all have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day, and bye for now.